this is Dua. This is my third cover, which I'm going to be putting on YouTube.
Before Dua Lipa stole the charts with Don't Stop Now and skyrocketed into fame with Blow Your Mind.
There comes a time when we hear certain calls, when the world must come together as one.
Before Dua Lipa would clock in over 44 million followers on Instagram, become friends with the likes of Taylor Swift, and start dating a Hadid.
You and together through the days and nights. I don't worry 'cause everything's gonna be alright.
Before Dua Lipa released her chart-topping album Future Nostalgia and would collect 5 Brit Awards in 2018 and a Grammy for Best New Artist.
I'm Dua Lipa, and the way I'd like to describe my music would be dark pop. It's pop that's very hip hop influenced.
Now the fans, they say that Dua Lipa, she was born to save pop music. Now Dua Lipa, which surprisingly is actually her birth name, well, she comes from a hardworking Albanian family. Now, like so many of today's stars, Dua, she got her start on YouTube posting covers, and then she made the move to London, England all on her own, which was a pretty brave move to make, considering her childhood singing teacher told her that she would never make it. Now, the audience who tune into these videos on the regular, I need to warn you guys that Dua Lipa, although easy on the eyes, well, she's had a few tracks which have turned into anthems for girls ghosting on not only their exes, but their brothers and their fathers. Basically any dude who ain't keeping it cool. So if your girl has become a big fan of Dua's, well, you better get your together. Now for this video, we dug up a bunch of old videos on Dua, including a commercial for the X Factor that happened all the way back in 2017.
First go is that my responsibility to me is a tragedy. I'll get a job some other time.
Now, she was never on the X Factor. She was just in a commercial telling people that, you know, you could be the next Dua Lipa before she was who she is. You know what I mean? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again, documenting the life and career of pop star Dua Lipa prior to fame. Here for you, of course, before they were famous. Now, we did actually cover Dua when she first broke onto the music industry in a big way back in 2017, but since then, she's become one of the biggest stars on the planet and propelled herself to the top of the industry. Plus, with more time in the spotlight, well, we have a ton of updates to share with you guys. Now, as always, be sure to let us know who's next in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys after the intro. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Dua Lipa was born on August 22nd, 1995 in Westminster, London, England, to Albanian parents who had moved there 3 years prior, from a little town known as Pristina, Kosovo.
Whatever you want to claim Kosovo is, it's basically like Albania's little brother. The majority of people in Kosovo are Albanian. There was a huge war in the 90s after the breakup of Yugoslavia, which pretty much led to what we have now.
Now, her given name, it means love in Albanian, and due to being an unusual name, well, it caused her to get teased as a child. But as she grew up, she enjoyed the name because it eliminated the need to get a stage name. Now, she seems to come from a musical family because her father, he was actually in a rock band back in Kosovo known as Oda. And since, well, she's found fame, her father has actually joined her on stage. Growing up and listening to her father sing and perform is one of the main reasons she's a musician herself. Now, she has stated that she grew up in a very musical household, always listening to the likes of Bob Dylan and David Bowie.
When I started taking an interest in my own kind of music, I would listen to Nelly Furtado and Pink and Destiny's Child. And then as I grew older, then I found a really big love for hip hop. So now, like, the main thing I listen to is rap. And I love Action Bronson and A$AP Rocky and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. You know, there's just so much. I like the realness behind it, and that's why I also really like trying to put that all into my own music.
While still living in England, Dua, she attended Sylvia Young Theatre School and she practiced the cello until the family relocated back to Kosovo when she was 11. Now here she started posting covers and original songs on both YouTube and SoundCloud. Now, one of her oldest songs, Lions, Tigers, and Bears, is still on her SoundCloud page, and that's from over 8 years ago. It's got nearly 200,000 listens, so if you're a true diehard fan, you want to check it out. Now, living in Kosovo, Dua, she had no chance in hell to be discovered, so instead, well, she had to go digital. But after deciding that Kosovo wasn't really the place to be if you want to make it big, even with internet access, well, at 15 she decided to move back to London and live with friends to pursue her dream of making music. That's right, her parents actually agreed to let their 15-year-old child move out to a different country in hopes that one day she would make it as a pop star. But who's laughing now?
Fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Mary f***ing Poppins, London.
From there, Dua went back to continue classes at Sylvia Young Theatre School, and to pay for it, she worked as a hostess. She also was a model for ASOS Marketplace until her manager told her that she was too fat. Yes, I too am the victim of fat shaming. Kids, you gotta stay out of the comments. Now, as I said, to pay the bills, Dua was working as a hostess at a fancy cocktail bar, but then she had a falling out with upper management when they told her that she couldn't let her friends in because they didn't have the right shoes. Then at the age of 2013, at 18 years old, well, Dua got her big break. She was signed with Tap Management, who paid her a monthly salary so she could focus on making her music. They literally gave her money to quit her other jobs. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs of the music industry, but I feel like labels, they usually pay you after you write and record some songs. I guess they saw more in her than her old music teacher did back in the day. In your face. Yeah, you don't see her giving interviews. Let's move on. Anyways, Tab Music is where she co-wrote her first hit, Hotter Than Hell, which ended up getting her signed with Warner Music Group in 2015. Now, after landing this record deal, 2015 continued to be a huge year for Dua Lipa. She released single after single, with her second single hitting the charts in more countries than I can even count. Now, she quickly became listed on BBC's Sounds Of chart in 2016, which is the same year that she had her first UK and European tour.
I'm lost for words. My heart's beating really, really fast. I'm quite scared. I'm really excited. I'm nervous. I'm excited.
Hers included the Billboard Dance Club Songs and Billboard Mainstream Top 40. Now, that same year, she was featured on Sean Paul's single No Lie, and she even had a documentary about her commissioned by The Fader called Sea and Blue. Like, what kind of up-and-coming celebrity gets huge publications wanting to make an entire movie about them? The legendary Michael Jordan, he just got a Netflix doc made about him when he was in the game for like 15 seasons.
I was really nervous. I accidentally locked myself in the bathroom beforehand because of the nerves. I couldn't figure out how to get out. And then when I got on stage, I was about to sing Thinking About You. And although I was confident and I felt okay, I kind of felt like I was losing my breath. And I just kind of turned to my band. I was like, now we got to stop. I need some more water. And then we just started again. But yeah, it was scary, but it was exciting. And it felt really freeing because for the first time after being in like a rehearsal studio for such a long time with my band, we finally got up to get up and perform. So
good for you, Dua. You know how to make space for yourself at the table, and I respect that. But bad for you, Fader, because you guys could have just asked me to use our Before They Are Famous. Like, for real. What the hell? Why'd they skip over me? We got like 500,000 views.
Oh, bruh. I'm sorry.
As for the rest of the story, well, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here because this is Before They're Famous. My name's Michael McCrudden, and we make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel, so be sure to let us know who's next in the comments down below. And I guess we might have to do the rich life of Dua Lipa, or maybe we could do her boyfriend Hadid, Anwar. The Hadid that probably got the least amount of followers, if you know what I mean. Looks like a vampire to me, but hey, I'm not dating him. Anyways, guys, you let us know who's next in the comments down below. Also, check out our merch. We've recently dropped a new line, or our first line, and I think that's everything. Text me, DM me. See you guys in another video. Boom! And also, my girlfriend Kara, she can't be cranking no Dua Lipa. Step 1, 2, and 3 ain't for me. You know what I mean? All right.